Shout out Honeybee Hollow in Mykonos in the bakery right now, you know.
That's right.
Stacked up. Chicken pie, mushroom pie, feta pie, cookies.
We got it all.
Got it all.
Pie galore.
Welcome everyone. Whether you're a veteran to the channel or you're discovering me for the first time, my name is Taylor, and this is the first time that I have ever visited Europe. This trip was filled with fresh scenery, new experience, and lots of laughter. A little different from my usual content, so bear with me and enjoy the ride. Now, if you allow me to introduce you to a few of my people. And a big shout out to the woman who made this trip possible for us. Cappy K bears many names, but Mama Bear is the most suitable here. For context, Kathy is the mother of Will and his sisters Corey and Alex, and myself and BJ and Jess are their other halves. Here, we're in Old Town Mykonos. Though the locals call this village Chora, Chora and another town called Mera are the two major villages on Mykonos. We've got a lot of ground to cover while we're here in Chora, so let me not get ahead of myself and let's start from the beginning. A place older than what my brain can actually wrap around still manages to attract the masses. Around every quaint corner is a curious nook, and if you pass through that nook, you'll learn what all the fuss is about.
If Sharisto is thank you, just so y'all know.
Before arriving in Mykonos, we watched YouTube videos on it. This place can easily be any creator's muse. There's a spirit in Mykonos that feels lively, with pops of color everywhere, including on and in their sacred buildings. It's any wonder it's a photographer's paradise. Signs of ancient sacred wisdom are everywhere. Sacred wisdom that predates Christ, and the many remains of Greek lineage from shortly after his death. We were on our way to check out the old Resolute windmills when we explored the ruins of the Venetian castle of Chora. You can't help but feel like you're a part of the culture here, via both old and modern ways. There's a sense of, if you've made your way here, then you belong. This intentionally beautiful town is what people think of when they hear Mykonos. Watching YouTube videos doesn't do this place justice. The trip, however, is more than worth it to see it with your own eyes. There is much to see and do, especially if you want to experience the party nightlife here. Myself and my group, excluding Kathy, are not much of the partying type, but we had fun in our own way. Our Airbnb host recommended the Hippie Fish Seaside Restaurant, and his suggestion did not disappoint us. We enjoyed the food, but the atmosphere and character of the place is what really stole the show. I don't use tobacco products at home, but hookah options were pretty common in a lot of restaurants I saw while in Mykonos. I felt like, why not? It really wasn't what I was expecting it to be. They flavored the water in the hookah with fresh mint and berries. Definitely bougie, but whatever else you want to call it, I'd include refreshing and really flavorful amongst the description. Their cocktails were unique, and the whole vibe there invited you to sit and stay a while. And their staff is friendly, more than welcoming, and they made it obvious of how glad they felt that you were there with them. It's rumored that Mykonos is the most expensive of Greece's islands, but it really doesn't have to be. If it's in your budget and it's your style, you can choose a night or two to splurge and have some fun. You could also stay as low-key as you'd like and eat very inexpensively from a quieter restaurant or a cafe bakery every day if you wanted. Scorpio's restaurant is known for its party life, so if you're not much of a partier, it may not be your scene. You'll save some money in the process as well. This was the kind of place you would more or less find us in regularly during our stay. Further away from the old town party life and closer to where the locals frequent.
Isn't it amazing how much stuff they have?
Out on Honeybee Hall and we in Mykonos in the bakery right now, you know.
That's right.
Stacked up. Chicken pie, mushroom pie, feta pie, cookies.
We got it all.
Got it all.
Pie galore.
There are lots of beaches you could visit during your stay in Mykonos. This one we went to several times is called Kapari Beach, another spot that the locals frequent.
Never going to Andrews ever again.
I loved seeing people playing games and music while on the beach. It felt like a movie scene where everyone was welcome to join in with the fun and be a part of the group. These guys, with their sound and energy, filled the beach that day. At the same time, rooted a memory in me that I'll have forever now. Thank you again to these guys, whose names I did not get. Your graciousness, however, will be remembered by us. They helped us set the evening right as we left the beach with our plans of chasing the sunset. I keep coming back to this feeling of belonging, but something deeper tells me that rather it's that I've returned home. This calling from deep within my ancestral line summons the warmth of a million welcomes. I can almost hear their excitement as I walk this land as they once did. And I can feel them glow with pride as I learn more about who they were. You see, their memory led me down the path of the greater peace that they paved, so that I could reap the freedom that they sowed. The Queen Anne's lace flowers are the only familiar faces of this land that I know. Yet, I need not worry, for I have come home to a part of who I am. Every sunset is just as beautiful as the last, and the cover of night still elicits an infectious playfulness. Night riding in this open air reminds me of that freedom our ancestors created for us, and why that, in all of history, this is perhaps the best time to be alive. If you visit Mykonos, make sure you get an international driver's license so you could get around on an ATV or a moped. And the second thing is book a catamaran ride.
When we arrive in Irinia to see the color the water at that point. It's a small paradise there.
The captain of the catamaran, whose name is Kyriagos, and the chef and sailor, Angelo, showed us such hospitality. Everything was clean, and they knew just how to set the vibes right. Aboard the ship with us was a couple whose names were LaDonna and Marcos. We absolutely loved their company, and they fit right in with our crowd. The Aegean Sea has the most mesmerizing blue color I think I've ever seen, only adding to my reasoning to never leave this Mediterranean haven. The captain took us around the islands of Renia and Delos, where we could see the ancient ruins of temples that have not been forgotten and still hold their sanctity today. Believe it or not, that water was damn cold. But Kyriakos told me, give it 7 seconds. That's incredibly specific, I know, but weirdly, he was right. I wish I could have taken the camera with me, but once we were all in the water, we swam over to the shore and walked along that small beach, picking up shells and pumice stones. While we swam, the chef prepared a meal and took care of lunch for us.
Wow.
Don't worry, we have a job for 10-15 minutes. Enjoy your lunch. It's
Lobster and a little tomato sauce pasta with a Greek salad on the side, and it was delicious. We didn't realize a show was included in this trip, but man, these moments where we shared music and laughter is probably the biggest highlight of the day for me. I don't think any of us, apart from Kyriagos and Angelo, knew what he was saying, but we didn't have to. I remember my cousin Brayton telling me one time, music touches a part of our minds and hearts that words can't, and I believe we felt it that day. The captain made sure our cups were filled and kept the boat on course, while Angelo kept the energy of our great day alive, all the way to the very end. Of course, the mama of the group wanted to make sure we'd get home safely, though. By the end of the day, it felt like we had all known each other for years, instead of merely hours. Our crew knew it would be bittersweet parting ways with everyone, but we have this to look back on forever now. golden hour was upon us. We were served a little snack of yogurt as we watched the sun make its descent in the sky.
Thank you guys so much. You were awesome.
Best captain in the Aegean.
Agreed.
Right here.
Agreed.
Kingo.
If you want to have fun in Mykonos, come to these guys.
It's always us.
Make the photo, but I'm not inside. Let's do one more.
Poor Kyriakos. The struggle was real.
But press the button.
I'm sure this kind of laughter could only be shared if you were there. But my hope is that if you've watched till this point, that you have felt like a part of our squad this entire time. Mera is a smaller and quieter neighboring town to Chora, and is also worth a visit if you ever come to Mykonos. There is where I got to enter the oldest church I have ever been in, and touch olive trees that were older than that church. Or perhaps you'd like to see the island of Delos that is held so sacredly that no one can live there. Or maybe stand on the spot where Hercules once stood. That ancestral calling is loud in Delos, and if you want to experience that with me, stay on the lookout for our Delos video that'll be coming out later this summer. Mykonos, you are Greece's wild child, and you gave me more than I could have ever anticipated you would. Thank you all for watching, and if you dig this type of storytelling content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Catch y'all later. Or as the Greeks would say, Kalispera.